Welcome to the crapshoot. Have you brought your papers? No? Well, you're going to first need to introduce yourself to our fabulous host, JD, as well as his idiot co-host, James. Or Jimmy.
Welcome to the crapshoot. We talk about anything and everything.
Wow, wasn't that a good intro, eh?
Yeah, the only podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD, and this is my co-host,
Georgie.
James. I call him James. Other people call him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
It has a lot of things.
Yes. So let's get dangerous.
Things it has happened.
Well, the first thing I wanted to address, YouTube made a change. YouTube made a change to its terms of service. I think a couple weeks back, and I just caught wind of it. And
what did they do?
So basically, they just made some small changes here and there. But there's one change specifically that is a bit controversial. And that's they're making it so that small channels might have ads playing on them now.
Huh.
Yes, and they are not going to get paid for those ads. So they're going to have ads run on small channels.
Man, I can't wait for the how to perform CPR video that I got to watch in the middle of a crisis.
But
this Kelly Blue Book ad. Whoa, and Wish.com, double ads?
Yes, wow. So that's going to be a thing. So I just want to let you guys know that if you do see ads in my videos, it's not because I want them there.
What if they just make them horrendously long, like the fucking...
I did hear rumors that they were experimenting with 4 ads instead of 2.
No.
I did hear rumors about that.
Fuck anyone that says it helps the creators. Clearly it doesn't in this case.
It's 100% helping YouTube itself to make money. And
yeah, the creators
they can frankly, they can do whatever they want on their site. It's their site.
Right.
So I guess if they want to,
no, it's
take
not
advantage
their site
of it
anymore. It no longer belongs to the 3 guys that built the entire website on their own.
Right, but I meant the overall, like Google. I meant Google can do whatever they want with YouTube. And the creators are just gonna have to just take it up the ass, dude. I don't know what else to say.
There's just no other platform,
that creators take it up the ass more than YouTube?
No, I was gonna say that could give you the type of audience that YouTube can, because that's where everybody is.
Yeah, it's just so mainstream. It's just a lot easier to build a following on it than say Twitter.
Pornhub.
I was going to say that because I was going to mention that there is another site that creators get fucked in the ass more than YouTube. That was where I was going with that joke.
But the creators, it ends up good for them though when it happens.
Strangely, I don't know how Pornhub analytics go in terms of making money on there or advertising, but I'm pretty sure it's not as bad as YouTube.
No, from what I'm aware of and what the internet tells me whenever I see this joke constantly pop up, apparently it's a much better platform where they more respect their creators. And they're saying if YouTube tanks, we're going to bring all the creators to our platform, just upload normal videos.
I think it's because because Pornhub's just it's so much more based around its creators and not around the name.
Right.
Because there's so many porn sites that you could watch porn on for free, but it's all the major creators are on that platform, so they're kind of supporting that way. But yeah, I guess there's that. Sadly though, when you're a less than average looking dude with a micro penis, you can't really make a following there either. So
oh damn.
I mean, I guess I could just play hentai games on there and upload that. That would probably get some traction.
But JD, if I can't make it on either platform, what will I do?
I guess there just isn't a platform that can support your weight.
You put the knife in. I kind of helped you, but then you just put another knife in.
It's like you pointed to the spot, but you didn't know what I was gonna do, so I stabbed you at that spot.
Yeah, like, you stabbed me, and I was like, "Cool, I hope you stab me more," but then you, like, pull out another knife and stab me in a completely different area.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I was
James.
like,
Just a lot of
"Yeah,
stabbing, man.
I'm on board for this one." Whoa, what was that?
Speaking of stabbing, I just recently got into watching clips of Logan 2017, I think,
Oh,
is when it came out.
I thought you were talking about Logan Paul.
No, no, not
I
Logan.
was
No,
gonna
not the
say,
good
"Oh,"
Logan.
I was gonna say, "Oh, did he finally
No,
get what
Logan Wolverine from Marvel,
did
that
did he
movie.
finally get what he fucking deserves?"
What do you do when you
When
cross
you have
a a
a
reckless social
suicide forest.
influencer with a with a society that as a forest?
Like, can we sorry, just to
Yeah.
jump off topic, like,
Are we
more
getting
than usual,
dangerous?
but can we get a little dangerous with this conversation real
Oh,
quick?
we're getting dangerous right now. Go
What
for
a
it.
fucking idiot, and how the hell does he still have a platform?
Well, it's because his platform's mainly kids, and kids are idiots.
Yeah, I
I
know, but
mean,
then
not to like insult them or anything, but it's just a fact.
no, no, no,
I
no,
mean, when we were kids,
insult
we were
them.
idiots too.
Yeah, but dude,
All kids are idiots.
I watched Ryan Higa when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's what I watched. I didn't watch a guy filming a dead body in the forest and laughing with his friends and not, like, actually apologizing about it.
I didn't watch anything when I was a kid. It was just full school
It was
textbooks
just
up until
gunfire.
like middle school.
It was only gunfire, the war,
The
the
war
sounds of the helicopters going overhead.
never changes.
Why
No,
also
but yeah.
sorry, jumping off topic again, why have they not made a Fallout movie?
Well, because video game movies suck. Historically, they've sucked. There hasn't been a video game movie that's
Tomb
good.
Raider. Tomb Raider, the movie was pretty good.
It was not that good. It
It was good.
was all
What did you
right.
dislike about it?
Well, well, frankly, I don't even remember watching it. So I guess
Lara
number
Croft
one, it's
was
kind of
too buff.
unmemorable. I don't know. I guess the plot wasn't that interesting to me since I don't remember it. You're talking about the new one, right?
Yeah, I'm not
The
talking
one
about
that
the
had
old ones.
the Japanese lady, I think, in the coffin.
Sure, yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot what it was actually. It was some kind of like
I mean, that's
weird
pretty
disease.
no, I think that's pretty accurate. It's got the whole, zombie disease
Yeah, I'm
in
about
it.
to. Yeah, as a spoiler, it's the end is like
Yeah,
they
we
crack
jumped right to
open.
the end for the description of the plot. We're like,
Well, yeah,
it's
it's
not where they're
already.
trying to break into an
It's not
ancient
really.
tomb, it's they found the T virus.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just to me.
It was a good movie overall, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, for a
adventure
video
wise
game
was not
movie?
that bad, but I wouldn't say it's amazing or anything.
For a video game movie, though, I'm saying.
Yeah, but it wasn't. To me, it didn't even really feel too much like a video game movie.
Have you
Because I don't know.
watched
It's hard to. It's because Tomb Raider is one of those concepts that really works as a movie itself.
right.
But say like let's say you have something like Resident Evil or Assassin's Creed. Like I don't know. This concept just I don't know how
Doom.
they adapt them to movies. Frankly, not very good.
They're making the Resident Evil show for Netflix.
Yeah, I heard you brought that up like a couple episodes back.
Yeah, I like bringing it up. I don't know why I like to talk about it for some reason.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back to Logan. What I was talking about that. So
Yep.
I did watch Logan, and I thought it was a really good movie. Or I thought it was both a good movie and a good superhero movie.
Some
Um,
would say the best superhero movie.
I
But
yeah,
what
it's
does
definitely up
JD
there in
say?
my it's definitely up there in my top three. I'd say
What's your
right next to
yeah,
Spider-Man: Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home.
die in a die in a shallow ditch off the side of a highway, you
I'm
son of a
joking. I'm joking, James. I know those two
I
movies you just
know.
absolutely love,
They're
but yeah,
my favorite
Logan's up
movies
there.
ever.
I'd say that
Watchmen?
Endgame is up there and Watchmen is up there. Yeah. So it's Endgame, Watchmen, and Logan. Probably my favorite.
Did I bring up last week when I went to an army surplus?
No. Well, how was that?
Oh, okay, so my brother is he has an electric bike and he was buying ammo cans to store the batteries in because he wants to see how many like he's trying to make it be that he can ride this bike for a long distance for a long time.
Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting very electric boogaloo with it. So he's buying ammo cans to store the batteries in. And he was going to use them like saddlebags on the back.
Yeah,
So we went there to get two specific kinds, and we went to his back room, and there was this guy in there and everything. And I was wearing a Flash shirt at the time,
yeah,
and he looked at me. He saw my shirt, and he's like, "Flash, Flash, right?" And I'm like, "Huh?" Because I wasn't expecting to get that in like the army
yeah,
surplus store. And
yeah,
he's like, "Yeah." Every time I see the lightning bolt, my mind immediately goes to Shazam, and I'm like, "Where are we about to go with this conversation?" And
yeah.
for the
And when I think about
remainder of the
Shazam, I love him, dude.
yeah,
I
he
think
was
about
like,
Superman.
yeah, he was that's literally what it was like. He was like, you know, are you a Marvel or a DC guy?" My brother, who was like picking out ammo can, turns around and looks at both of us, and he goes, "Oh no,
Well, actually, I'm neither. I hate both.
no,
That's what I imagine you to
that,
say.
that's me politically." But comic book wise,
Yeah,
I, that's another story for another time. I'll get into that in another episode. But
yeah,
I said DC because I do like Marvel and some of their stuff and everything. They do good jobs and everything.
yep.
But overall, I'm always gonna love DC more.
Yeah, because the DC movies are like absolutely amazing. Those,
Yeah, they are.
my top three actually remove those top three. Just replace it with like Batman v Superman.
That was a good movie.
Um, I'm just joking. I hate the DC movies.
I know. But
It's not that. Okay, let me rephrase. I don't hate them, but they're bad movies.
no, Batman. See, there's a problem because Batman vs Superman. I watched it initially. I was like, this is a sort of bad movie, but I also just kind of had that general idea because my brother disliked it,
Uh
and
huh.
I didn't know how to feel about it and everything. So I just said, I dislike it, and then like a while later, I came back to the movie after they released the Ultimate Cut,
Yeah.
and I watched it. I'm like, this isn't the same movie. Like, it was the same movie, but there was more story. A lot of things made more sense, like,
Yeah,
a
but you
lot of
watched the super cut, James.
yeah, the
It was the
real cut
super
of the
cut.
movie. Yeah, it's great because every time Zack Snyder makes a movie for DC, they're like, "Cool. Now, what you did was too dark, so we're gonna cut up the movie, and it's gonna be a bit kinda confusing to watch, but people will watch it, and they'll hate it because of that, but then we'll release the ultimate cut, and they'll be like, 'Oh, why wasn't this theatrical?'"
Yeah, so like you'll hate the normal, like DC fans will hate the normal one, but they'll be like, dude, wait, there's a better version that you can pay money for.
Unless you got the HBO Max subscription, then you get it.
Oh yeah, unless you have a subscription that you already bought.
But now I don't need to buy the movie separately.
Okay, is that all you wanted to talk about with the gun shop owner? Or is there more?
No, no, we got in like a very long conversation and everything, and I said like DC, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so much, right?" And we just got in this whole conversation because we were both like DC nerds.
Yeah, you nerds,
And
you geeks.
I, no offense to the guy, he is an older guy, like 50s or above
Oh
type of
shit! So
older.
he's like one foot in the grave already. Yeah. I bet he was alive when there was CDs, dude.
We were like,
I wonder if he
yeah,
has an MP3 player.
JD, I was alive during those times. I'm 50.
Yeah, that's why you connected so much on DC. You think he would
No,
have
but
talked to
like,
you if you were like a 17-year-old TikTok star? I'm sorry, James. Go
yeah,
on.
I'm Jacob Sartorius.
Hmm.
Ugh, nothing. So we were talking and everything, and he starts talking about comics, and I'm like, oh boy, I'm about to pull out all my knowledge of like old DC comics that I've collected. And then
Ah,
he's like,
shit. Here we go
here we go
again.
again. But then he like throws me a curveball because then he starts asking me comic like questions about like the newer comics. He's like, so what do you think of the Justice Buster suit? And I'm like, the what? He's like, from 2018's Justice League comic, this certain number. I'm like, oh my god,
What
I
do you
don't
think
know any
about
of
the
this.
all-female Avengers comic?
No, so from there, he has like so much knowledge on it too. He was like busting all of the new information. I'm like, I know like 5 things about the new stuff.
In panel number 3, there was birds,
So
and all the birds died in 1916.
all the birds died in 19.
Yeah.
But then we at like near the end of our conversation, he was like, "So what do you think of the DC films?" And I gave him my honest opinion. He's like, "Okay, okay. But what about the Marvel films?" I'm like, "I like the original, like when they started, but then it kind of just became like very lazy after that." He's like, "Yeah, I hated Endgame," and I'm like, "You what?" And he's like, "No, yeah, the story it was so all over the place." And he was like giving all the reasons that I dislike Endgame. I'm like, "Oh my god, who are you?
Mm. Mm.
Are you me from the future but Native American?"
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, sorry, you said Endgame, and I was like, "Oh god, I don't know if I told this or not." And there's
Uh,
James's tangent for the week.
yeah. Wait, when did I say Endgame?
When you're giving your top 3 favorite films.
No, I said Avengers Infinity War.
No, you said Avengers Endgame.
No, I'm pretty sure I said Infinity War.
No, you said Endgame.
Well, I can check that back in post, but
You're gonna change it. I know you're gonna change
no,
it.
because it's, well, you know what? If I said Endgame, then it's Endgame. But I'm pretty sure I said Infinity War. Anyway, yeah. So what were we talking about before? Logan?
Yeah, Logan.
Right. So I was watching some clips of that on YouTube, and then that took me to a video where it explains like the entirety of the X-Men cinematic universe timeline.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I've watched some of the X-Men movies. I wonder what the timeline is. So I just like, I got time. So I clicked
It's
on it
non-existent.
and I watched it and I was like, what the fuck is happening? So I'm just gonna do a quick recap of it. And James, how knowledgeable are you about the timeline?
I know that the timeline isn't consistent and constantly changes between each movie with what happens.
Have you seen all the movies?
Yes.
Okay, so
Even New
I'm gonna run
Mutants,
these
which
by
wasn't
you real
that good.
quick. I'm gonna run these by you real quick to see if I got it right. So
Okay.
basically, there's like three timelines, right? And
Right.
like the first one, it starts with Apocalypse, and
Mhm.
like 3000 BC or something, where he gets like backstabbed by his servants, and he gets like buried pretty much.
Is 3000 BC correct?
I don't remember what the year was, but I just know it was a really long time ago compared to the rest of the X-Men series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all you need to know is that it's super long ago. It doesn't really matter when it was because it was just so far back compared to everything else. And then like fast forward to like 1840s, I think, the 1840s, and like
Yeah.
Logan's born, right? And his name's not Logan, it's James, I think.
Jimmy.
Yeah, it's James Rockwell. Oh fuck, I forgot the name.
Yeah, it was my favorite part when I was in the movie.
Yeah, it's you
I was
basically.
baby Logan,
Yeah, and then he kills his father and then runs away.
just like me,
Yeah, just like you, James.
with my bone claws.
Yeah, it's crazy. You had to go through like 7 fathers, but it's fine. You killed your 2 father parents. They were gay, which is why you had 2 fathers. You killed both of them, and then like another pair came in.
This explains why I keep writing gay characters.
Exactly. Yeah. Like that blindfolded dude in the D&D campaign.
He's not blind.
He is blind.
Yeah, he's blind, not blindfold. Continue.
Yes.
Once I
So
get off topic
they run
again.
away, and then I think X-Men Origins like happens. Why are you laughing so hard?
I'm sorry. It was just, and I think X-Men Origins.
I'm having a hard time trying to remember it because it's just so convoluted. But yes, X-Men Origin happens. And basically it's an amazing movie. I love it. And he fights in the Civil
I
War.
love CG Patrick Stewart at the end of the movie. He's my
No, no,
favorite
no,
part
no.
of it.
That's my favorite part was when was the fight with Gambit in it.
I was about to say that. I was like, oh wait, no, I'm wrong. It's the Gambit
That's
part.
like that's literally the best part of the movie. I'll
I like
explain
when
it when
he.
it happens. But so first of all,
Yeah,
James.
where does Channing Tatum's Gambit fit into the story?
I
Where
don't
where did his Gambit movie
I don't
take
know.
place? Because that was gonna be a thing, and they
Yeah.
never did that.
Yeah, so Logan and his brother, Sabretooth. I forgot his brother's name. Um
Sabretooth.
yeah, Sabretooth.
That's all we need to know.
Yeah, it's just Sabretooth Wolverine. They fight in the Civil War. They fight in World War One, and they
That
fight in World
wasn't,
War Two.
you know, fully honestly, as bad as that movie was, I love that sequence.
The opening sequence is really good. I'm not
It
gonna lie.
rocks, dude. It
Yeah,
rocks. I love the
when I saw the
transitions.
opening sequence, I was like, damn, this is gonna be a good movie. But then like
Yeah.
I saw
And
the
then
movie, but
and then you saw the movie.
yeah, no. So the opening sequence happens. World War One, World War Two. I'm just like, and in the middle of that, I'm like, did Logan fight with Captain America? If in the
No, yeah,
comics,
that's the
if
thing.
they're in the
Everyone's
same
like,
universe,
yeah, that's what they were like.
that was
Oh,
pretty
that's the way
interesting.
they can fit in. They can be in the same movie because of that.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting to me. So, World War Two. Then after World War Two, I think it was like he just gets sick of all the fighting or something, and he moves to Canada.
I mean,
Did he?
no, that wasn't how it worked.
Was
That's
that
not
not
how
how
it
it did?
worked. No,
Oh no,
he
no,
then,
no! There was more wars. There were more, yeah, there were more
yeah,
wars. There's World War Two, and then Vietnam,
yeah. And then
and
in
then in
Vietnam, they
Vietnam,
killed U.S.
Victor.
soldiers.
Victor was his name. Sabretooth's
Victor.
name was Victor. So Victor like tries to rape some girl, I think, in Vietnam, and they get like
As
executed.
horrible as it sounds, yeah, that's actually
Yeah,
that's
that's
what they
actually
did.
happened. That's what happens in the
Yeah.
movie, at least. So they get like persecuted by they get like sentenced to execution by firing squad, which doesn't work. And then Stryker comes in and it was like, "Yo,
Striker.
I'm making a team. It's called the Suicide Squad." And then they
All my friends are heathens. A neon
don't you
outline of
know?
Hugh Jackman's face appears on screen as we
Yeah.
fade
Then
into
we get
weird
introduced to the
credits.
team. It's the black guy who
Deadpool,
teleports, Blob,
Black Eyed Peas,
Blob. It's
Blob,
Will
Buddy
I Am. It's
Skitty.
Will I Am,
It's
Blob,
Will I Am. Uh,
Wolverine,
the
Sabretooth,
guy, the cowboy from Real Steel who beat up Hugh Jackman, who
Asian man
plays
with
Blob,
pistols.
Agent X. I think his
I
name is
think
like
it's Agent
Agent X or
Zero. It's
something.
Agent
Oh,
Zero.
Agent Zero.
His
That's
name's
it.
Agent Zero, and then also Deadpool, Wade Wilson.
And the guy who can turn lights off.
Oh right, Bradley.
My favorite character.
Yeah, he's my favorite character of the team, even
Why
if
do
I
I
don't
feel like we're
remember him.
missing someone? I feel like there's another person.
Oh fuck! Hold up. Let me search the deep recesses of him. No, I think that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too.
Will I Am, Zero, Wolverine, Sabretooth,
Zero.
Bradley, Wade Wilson. Yeah,
Nero.
there's only 7, I think. So that happens. Then he gets sick of like the firing team because he
Yeah.
just doesn't want to kill him. Then he
I don't
moves to
think it was
Canada.
I don't think it was him getting sick of the firing team. I think it was him getting sick of killing people.
Yes, he's been getting sick of killing people while he was in the team. Because I think it was
I'm
like a
not a
job in
violent
like
man
Nigeria or
anymore.
something, where they were like killing like civilians or something. And he's just like, bro, stop
Or
killing civilians.
adamantium,
Yeah.
or as Avatar called it, unobtainium, because it's unobtainable.
No, so he moves to Canada, becomes a lumberjack, and I think Stryker sends like
And
a double agent or something to him. And it's
no,
the girl.
Striker. Oh yeah, the girl. Sorry.
The girl is a agent, and she's there to keep track of him. But
They
then
are a
Stryker's like,
tool.
I kind of want to inject some adamantium into people, and I don't want to do it to Sabretooth, so let's do it to Logan. So
Yeah, why didn't they do it to Sabretooth?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was one point in the movie where Sabretooth walks up and he's like, dude, just do it to me. And he's like, no. And that's it.
No, you can't
That's the
withstand it.
entire
Only
conversation.
Logan can.
No, you can't do it.
Yeah, I think he's like only Logan can withstand it. He's like that doesn't.
No, I'm
No,
pretty sure they have to. Isn't
we have
Sabretooth
the same
stronger than
ability.
Wolverine in terms of his powers?
Maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure, if not stronger, they're the same, as far as I know.
All I know is that they both can't die.
Yes, all I know is that they both have really strong healing. So
Unless they get their ass
ignore
cut
that
off.
plot device. Ignore it. They fake his girlfriend's death, and he's like, okay, let's do it. Then he gets injected, but he doesn't have his memory wiped, so he escapes,
Naked.
and then gets a family killed, and
And
then
then he gets CGI claws.
yeah, CGI claws plus helicopter fight, and
You know that was the last thing they filmed for the movie too.
was the CGI claws?
No, the helicopter scene.
Uh, I didn't know it was the last thing they filmed,
Yeah,
but
it blowing up was like their final thing.
yeah. I mean, unironic walk away from explosion.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Hell yeah.
They
So
just
yeah,
want.
that happens. I think dude, the okay, so then the Gambit fight happens.
No, no,
Because
no.
he
Because then
figures out that Striker
no, he
uh
goes to Will I Am first,
yeah.
and then he finds Blob is fat,
Yes, he finds out that he's gained a little bit of weight, fights the blob,
and the tattoo on his arm stretched out
fights the
because I
blob,
that's
gets
how tattoos work.
locations on the secret Striker base, like
Striker.
Jeffrey Epstein's island. And then
I mean, you're not wrong because of what happens with all the mutants.
yeah, so it's like a secret experimentation island. And then
Oh,
he finds out where
don't
it
forget
is.
Cyclops
Or
is
no,
in the movie.
he interrogates Blob and he doesn't find out where it is. He just finds out it exists and he knows to find where the dude who knows where it is. So Gambit is the dude who escaped from the island. And then
And
he
as
goes and
all this
finds
is
Gambit.
happening, we see Cyclops being taken by
Yeah,
Sabretooth
Cyclops is in the movie. I forgot about
for
that.
some reason.
Yeah, and then he confronts Gambit, gets into a fight with Victor. And then like, okay, so this fight, let me explain to you this fight because I recently just watched a clip of it and I don't remember I remember some parts of this as a kid.
I remember the whole
But
damn thing.
the entire thing in context is just hilarious. So what happens is he's like talking to Gambit or something. Then he turns around and he sees Victor, right? Victor's like, I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, no, I'm gonna kill you. But then Gambit like walks up and like, hey, we're not done talking. I'm never going back. And he's like just elbows him in the face. So he falls down, and supposedly he's knocked out now. Gambit's just out of the fight. So then,
Because he's a pussy.
yeah, and then he shows his CGI claws, like I'm gonna cut your head off, and then
Chute.
they get into this. They get into like this. I can only describe it as like kind of a Asian dramatic, Asian drama fight scene where they're like kind of floaty. And they have like floaty
What a
graphics.
great way to describe that.
Yeah, because like they run at each other. Then like Sabretooth jumps, and then like Wolverine slides under him, kicks him, and he just goes flying like into a trash can or something. And then like he takes his CGI claws, stabs him in the hand, and then stabs that hand into his chest. So it's like his claws are stabbed through his hand into chest, is how that's described. And then
Claws in hand, through chest.
while they're sitting there and Logan's like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, Gambit all of a sudden is now on the roof and he's running across the roof like Tobey Maguire was in Spider-Man. Yeah, and he has his staff, so he jumps off the roof and he lands in the alleyway and everything like blows up. And you know, at this point I don't know what Gambit's mutant power is because I was watching as a kid. I'm like, who the hell's Gambit?
So Gambit's powers is that he can anything he touches, he can choose to make it become kinetic, and upon it leaving his hands, it can blow up.
Okay, so it's like
That's why,
explodey things.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
why he uses cards.
yeah, so
For some reason.
I thought his power was something to do with cards, but he just likes to use cards, I guess. So he lands in the alleyway, blows up everything. Victor like runs away, but then Gambit's like, no, I want to fight you now. So then he fights Wolverine, but then halfway through the fight, he starts running away. And then Wolverine, he jumps on like this fire escape, and then Wolverine's like just chopping at it with his claws.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So he chops it, and he's like, and he's like chopping it up like salad. And then like he falls over, and then I guess he catches him or something, and then he interrogates him like, take me to the island, and I guess that happens. But dude, that fight scene was just so perfect.
Will I Am loses his goddamn spine.
Because like, so first of all, Gambit's like a pussy, right? It's established that he doesn't like to where he doesn't want to go back, so he's like trying to run away. So he tries to run. He has any chance to escape after Logan was fighting Sabretooth, but instead he rejoins the fight, lets Sabretooth escape, fight Logan again, but then starts running away again. So
no, see, he's smart for doing that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. So they meet at the island. I'm gonna skip all the drama of like the girl being alive and everything. So we skip all that. Logan gets shot in the head like 3 times, I think, by
Don't forget
Stryker
about Deadpool.
with his adamantium bullets. I'm going to forget about Deadpool. I'm gonna pretend like that fight never happened.
You can't forget that there's an after credit scene where Deadpool looks at the camera and says, "Shh."
Yeah, I'm going to forget about that. I'm also going to forget about all the secret tests they have with the mutants and the escape and with
Quicksilver,
CGI
Emma
Charles.
Frost, Cyclops, and others.
Yeah, so he gets popped in the head by Stryker because Stryker's all like, you know what will kill him? Or no, Stryker's like, I'm gonna shoot him with these adamantium bullets, and then he might regenerate, but his memories won't. So so he does do that.
And then from that, like, why wouldn't you have just done that sooner? Why didn't you give like Zero the fucking
Adamantium bullets.
adamantium
So that
bullets?
right when Wolverine came out of like the the tank, Zero just shoots him, and he's like, oh, just gets
Yeah,
knocked
like
out.
no, like when he went after him with like the sniper rifle and killed all the old people.
No, I mean
Why didn't why
the
didn't he
scene
just
where
shoot?
Wolverine comes out of the tank where he's like
Yeah,
all
but they
angry
weren't.
and
They
shit.
didn't know that that worked at the time. That was immediately after.
Was it that it was like adamantium bullets work?
Yeah, like how do they know? They're like, oh, nothing pierces adamantium except that.
How did they make that? How did they do it? How did they know?
Wait, how did they melt the adamantium down to put it into his
Because
bones?
did they test the bullet before? Was that
How do
why they
you
knew?
adamantium?
I don't know. Forging adamantium. I don't know. It's weird.
These were
Let's just
questions that
forget about that. So
answered.
he gets his memory wiped, right? I think after that, fast forward to like X-Men 1. um
Just fucking forget everything else.
yeah, no, just forget everything that happened because he got his memory wiped. Fast forward to X-Men 1. So I guess presumably Gambit's like older now or something. And he's in
Presumably.
like a bar fight ring kind of thing. Gets picked up by Rogue, I think. And
Wolverine looks younger for some reason, but we'll ignore that.
yeah, ignore that. He's the same age. So they don't age. He doesn't age because he's immortal because of his power. So all of
I mean,
the events of
his
X-Men
face
1
ages,
happens.
but
I didn't
his
watch
body does.
X-Men.
You didn't watch
I
X-Men?
didn't watch the first X-Men.
Have you never seen the original X-Men?
No. So I'm gonna
Oh,
skip that movie. Events of X-Men 1 happened. X-Men 2 happens. I also didn't watch X-Men 2. Or
Please
actually,
tell me.
I'm skipping
Please
some
tell me
stuff
you
here.
watched
Actually,
X-Men 3. Please tell me the only one of these that you watched was X-Men 3.
no, I didn't watch X-Men 3. No, I
Son
think
of a
I
bitch.
did watch X-Men 3, but I was so young I don't remember it. So I might as well not watched it.
It's got Iceman in it. He becomes Iceman.
Just know
I
that all the
know.
X-Men movies happen, but I think I forgot some stuff. Oh yeah. Let's jump back to like 1940s, I think. Somewhere around the 1940s. X-Men First Class happens. Where
Right.
like in the First World War, I think, is Charles was like a kid or something.
You
So
mean the Second War?
was it the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, the
The
first
first
one.
one was back in like
First World War is
19.
when they were kids. First World War is when
Yeah.
they're kids. Magneto's mom gets shot, and then World War II around that was when they were adults, and they were like, "Yo, let's
Kevin
build a
Bacon
team.
plays a Nazi.
Yeah, let's build a team and go stop Shaw or something."
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon. So they do that, and then X-Men. What was it? No. Then like 1960s was like X-Men 2, I think, where they find Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like around 1960. And
I
then
think
like
1980.
then 1973 was when Raven shoots the midget dude. And
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. That's it.
yes, that
Okay, I know what
happened.
you're talking
And
about.
then X-Men's happen. The X-Men series happens. Yeah,
Yeah,
so Logan's like what? He's like 100 years old now, right? By this point, like over 100 years old.
he's an old man.
He's like 150 or something. So so the events of X-Men happen, and then X-Men 3 happens, and then crap, I forgot what happens after that. Then it was X-Men Days of Future Past, maybe. Yeah, so like it was like 19 it was like 20 in the 2010s maybe or 2020 where the Sentinel program is like I guess finally here. So it starts wiping out all the mutants, right?
That was a good movie, you
It
know.
was a good movie. I did watch that. I did watch that one.
I really liked seeing all the X-Men that I truly loved be horribly, brutally killed.
Yeah, it was my favorite part of my
You know,
childhood.
watching Iceman, be melted to death and then his head stepped
Yeah,
on.
watching that
Watching
one female mutant gets like speared.
yeah,
Awesome.
Blink.
Yeah.
I
So
loved watching Colossus be picked up and literally torn apart limb by
I
limb.
don't know what Kitty Pryde's mutant power is. Is it just sending people back in time?
No, okay, so real quick, in the comics, it was Rogue who did that.
Who sent people back in time?
Yeah, she like I think it was either Rogue or Jean Grey actually,
Yeah.
but Kitty Pryde didn't do that. She was the one that got sent back in time,
Oh,
but they didn't want to have the movie focus on Ellen Page because I guess she wasn't a big actress or something, even though
it
she
was
was
because
big.
Kitty Pryde's not a well-known character at that time, and you know what it
When
was?
Katie,
Logan.
when you're you're having an
Wolverine is a very was a fan favorite character throughout all of the
every
X-Men
movie was
movies.
about Wolverine, JD. Every
Dude,
movie was about Wolverine.
every movie needed to have a cameo of Wolverine, even if he wasn't the main point. So Kitty Pryde apparently just sends Wolverine back in time like 50 years. So he's back in 1973, and his job is to stop Raven from shooting the midget dude, Trask, I think his name was.
Trask, Peter
Yeah.
Dinklage.
Long story short, they succeed, and then things go okay. And then 1980 pops around, and I think that was when X
Dark
Men.
Phoenix.
Was that Dark Phoenix? I think it was. I don't
Oh wait, no,
remember.
that was Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, Apocalypse. So
Dark
Apocalypse finally
Phoenix
wakes
was
up.
1990.
He wakes up from his like thousands of years of sleep, and he's like, "Yo, I'm about to nut on this planet." So,
About to make this shit. But I'm
he
not
like
a book.
he gathers like four people to bestow power. I don't even know what Apocalypse's power is. It's just
He has
everything.
literally his power is having all the powers. That's not even a joke. That's just what it is because he's the original mutant, so he can absorb other people and just gets their power.
Right. I think that's yeah. He's just like an absorbing man kind of thing, right?
For
But
some
for
reason,
mutant powers.
he chose Angel to be one of his four horsemen,
Yeah,
even
that
though
was a
Angel
weird
does
choice. I honestly wouldn't have gone with that one.
the guy with the busted wing
Yeah, and
who
then he saw Storm.
shrunk.
He saw Storm, and he was like, "Yo, girl, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal." So
You leave Alexandra Diop alone. Oh, wait, that wasn't her name. Alexandra Ship.
no, but Storm is one of them too. And then
Yeah,
like
Storm's
Magneto
one.
was one of them.
Yeah, for some reason,
I don't
because
remember what the fourth one was.
Psylocke,
Who?
the wife of Green Bay Packer quarterback Aaron
I
Rodgers,
don't give
his
a crap
wife.
who Psylocke is. Anyway, he loses, right? Jean Grey like
Yeah,
fucking just vaporizes him, and then
that was a good effect that they just had him like just like gonna be torn apart.
yeah, he gets vaporized. Charles is like bald now. He's
Yeah,
bald from the trauma of
he
raising
loses
Jean.
he loses his hair through the transformation process
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's how that works.
I forgot that Charles also was crippled by Magneto in the first X-Men First Class.
Deflected the bullet, crippled him.
Deflected, crippled.
You killed him.
But then like he's not a cripple in 1973 because of some kind of weird drug.
Drugs. How
Drugs.
many of
Yeah.
us have them?
But then
Drugs.
he re-becomes a cripple because he wants his powers. Because the medicine medicine also conveniently stifles his mutant powers while giving him the ability to walk.
I don't want your pain.
I don't want your pain. That was Days of
Want you.
Future Past. I think at that point, Wolverine gets like sent into the bottom of like a river or something by Magneto,
Yeah.
and
And then
then
he
all of the
by
events of the what I just said happen again, and then
yeah.
fast forward to like 2020, where he wakes up in Charles Xavier's school as a teacher, and then everything is good. And apparently that's the end of the first timeline.
I really like that everything becomes stupid future tech.
Yeah, that was like the like his alarm clock is like a 3D hologram of the
It's the
globe.
most useless thing, and then like fucking Cyclops is wearing the stupidest shades.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
they did James Marsden so wrong. with these movies, they made Cyclops seem like such a goddamn wuss.
He is a cuck for the entirety of X-Men. It
I
wasn't
like in
isn't
the
that like because
comics,
in like is in his girlfriend Jean, but Wolverine was like, yo, I'm a Mr. Steal Yo girl.
Wolverine went, "Damn, girl, you thicker than a bowl of
Yeah.
oatmeal."
Damn, girl, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Like in the comics, they're like, "Yeah, yeah, Cyclops got over Jean Grey and just kinda hooked up with, fucking Emma Frost," but then in the movies, it's like, "I can't leave her, she's
Emma
my
Frost is
only lo—"
also a weird one in the cinematic universe because Emma Frost was there in X-Men First Class, and she was
So is
also there in X-Men Origins.
Quicksilver. He was the guy that was trapped in a little, like, a restraining band where you're just bouncing around the whole
Ah, yeah.
container
Oh,
that
yeah.
they
Right.
yeah,
Oh,
dude, they had,
yeah. That was Quicksilver. Yeah, I forgot that was a dude.
and there's several Quicksilvers.
Yeah, it could have been a different guy. Not gonna lie.
Jubilee is in, like, literally every movie as a background character.
All of the X-Men, like the ones that take place in the 1900s, the Quicksilver scenes are always the best ones. So yeah, there's
If
that.
I could save time in a bottle, be the
Sweet
first.
dreams are made of these.
Who
Who
am
am
I
I to
to disagree?
disagree? Okay, so that happened. That's the end of the first timeline. Apparently, there's another time. So okay, so the timeline of Days of Future Past. That one ends with all the mutants dying, I think. But then
Yeah.
he gets sent back in time, creates another one where everything is fine, and then Logan takes place in like another one.
Yeah,
Um,
Logan is its own separate timeline, it
yeah, it's
and
its
the New
own
Mutants
timeline
movie.
where he did get sent back in time, but everything didn't go really well after he was there. So
Yeah,
like,
Charles had a seizure and killed all the
yeah,
mutants.
Dr. Rice or something his name was, made like a virus or something
The
that he put in
T
the water
virus.
supply, and it turned all the frogs gay, and all the mutants are
How much
dead. Yeah, so that happens, and and then he dies in that movie. So there you go.
and then the New Mutants movie happened after it, but nobody saw it because they delayed it for 5 years.
New Moons, what's that?
It was a movie that was supposed to take place in the Logan timeline, but it was literally delayed for 3 years.
Yeah, no. So that was it, I guess. I don't know where Dark Phoenix fits in, but
I think Dark Phoenix is in the same timeline as,
the good one.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse was in all three, I think.
Where does Deadpool take place? Is he his own
He's
timeline?
I don't think I don't think he's considered to be inside the universe. Yeah, because
Despite the fact that
I
they
think he's in a
have the
different
X-Men
universe.
from the prequel
He's in a
movies in
different
there.
universe because I forgot his name. Fucking the tin guy.
It's Colossus,
Yeah, Colossus is a different dude. So
the
yeah,
one that we watch be torn apart piece by piece in the most horrific way.
yeah, it's cool. So yeah, that happens. I thought it was pretty interesting. Watched it, the entire thing. So yeah, I think it was only like
Yeah,
30 minutes of explaining, but
how's your brain feeling after watching that? 30 minutes?
I understood. Yeah, it was about 30 minutes to describe the entire timeline because he kind of went through like a short synopsis of every movie of what happens. The X-Men movies took up a little bit of time because I didn't watch X-Men 1, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that took up quite a bit of time to explain. So, yeah, I think Wolverine was like 200 years old at the end of the timeline where he dies. Pretty insane.
That's pretty wacko.
Pretty whack, bro.
Yo, dude.
Let's get a bit more dangerous, James.
Okay, what are we about to dive into now?
Xbox One and PS5. You know how
Yeah.
or Xbox Series X, my bad. So you know how they've been out of stock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're
Did you
basically,
get
huh?
did you get one?
No, I don't. Not buying them.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me that, like, you'd bought one. I was about to be like, "You son of a bitch, you did it. You
I have
defied the odds."
both of them. In fact, I'm a scalper, James. I've got a huge supply of both of them.
I love that scalpers are getting, outed online with, like, their fucking address being
Yeah,
posted.
they're the big. That's what I want to talk about. The scalping the
Yeah, dude,
the
the
consoles.
scalpers are, like, posting pictures of them, like, buying, like, fucking
Yeah, dude.
50 of
There's like pictures
device,
on
and then people are
Instagram where they're like sitting down. There's like a huge wall of like PS5s behind them.
yeah, and then people are like, "Okay, and here's your address, everyone go just
Yeah,
rob
and
this
there's like they're
place,
getting
have
like
fun."
doxxed, dude. They're getting doxxed, and I think some of them got robbed.
Good.
Which
Dude, what idiots.
okay. So scalping itself is not like illegal, right?
No, it's not, but, like, if you're gonna fucking brag about it, don't be upset
Yes,
when
I
you
mean,
get,
yes,
like, consequences.
you get what's coming to you because that's what you
You get
deserve.
what you fucking deserve.
But I don't know if you should, if people are smart to actually just go and rob them because that is in fact illegal. Um, honestly, I think the best way to do is just not to buy anything from them and wait it out because eventually
Yeah,
they're going to come out
don't
with
buy from
enough for
scammers,
everyone.
that's, like, the biggest thing.
They're eventually going to come out with enough supply for everyone. So
Right.
it's not like you need it. It's not like there's many exclusives. Um, actually, there's no exclusives for Xbox Series X, and there's only like Demon Souls and Spider Man for PS5.
Well,
So
no, isn't, Halo Infinite easy?
no they did
And
not release it with the console.
how much dedicated warrior?
They 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 um they set it back because people were not happy about the stay of the game. So they didn't release it with the Xbox Series X.
Oh, no, they
It's
didn't
not there
like
yet.
how the graphics looked in the demo? Not even the finished product?
I don't know.
Just
I'm
them
not a
sh
big Halo fan anyway, so I don't really care.
I hate people fucking reacting to shit like that. They, like, just blow it out of proportion. They're like, "It's not what we
Where's
want."
my
Well,
next
it's
gen
not
graphics?
finished. Sorry, did I cut you off?
No, I was just my father just threw an envelope at me. That's fine.
Are you okay?
Huh? Yeah, no. I mean, landed on my ground. It was probably
Oh,
from my bank or something. So, what was it? Oh yeah, scalping. So you know how people have like there's some people there's like a scalping ring that has like thousands of units of like
yeah.
PS5s and Xbox Series X's. I was about to say that's not a very smart business decision, I think. Because yes, I think they are going to sell some of those consoles because the rich people don't really care how much they spend as long as they get what they want. Because what's a few thousand more bucks gonna matter to them, right? But
Right. But the
over
likelihood of them
time,
selling all those
yeah, if they have to sell basically all of them to get a profit, right?
right,
And if
and they have to sell
they even have like 10 left over, that's already a negative of like a few thousand, right?
no, yeah, that and, like, how much, like, that they've spent on it, and they
Yeah,
gotta
so
gouge it up, and, like, are
it's
people really
basically
gonna
they're
pay that?
basically holding a ticking time bomb, and the only people who can defuse it are the customers, and the customers choose whether or not they want to defuse it. So yeah, take that for what you will. There's there is that. Is there
That
anything
is
you want
what
to
it
talk about,
do,
James?
baby. Um, I saw the New Mutants movie, which I have to say something about it because, I've made it clear I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but I was excited for this because it was gonna be the first Marvel horror movie.
Oh, oh,
It
did
was
Marvel not make a horror movie yet?
nope, they hadn't made a horror movie yet, and I was so excited because
I
this
mean, I
looked like
saw
it would
Ant
be
Man and Wasp too. That was pretty
that
scary.
that's a pretty bad movie.
I thought that was a horror movie. Uh,
No, but, it was gonna be their first horror movie, and it was gonna be very Nightmare on Elm Street type, the one where they're in the hospital and everything,
yeah.
and I really love that one, and that's, like, what the whole trailers that, like, were leading me to believe, but then they did reshoots after, Disney acquired Fox,
Yeah.
and then the movie changed.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
It really was. It was so horrible to have to watch it because it was like, this clearly was so set up to be a horror movie. It's clear that it was trying to be a horror movie, and then Disney came in, they didn't let it be released. They had it on the shelf for a year. They did reshoots for it, and when they put it out, it was just a crappy Stranger Things attempt.
So it's like
It
a
takes
it was like a horror movie, but That was supposed to be rated higher, but then they made it PG-13 or something.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's rated R because I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of blood still, but it's like not horror movie type blood. It's just like a person got cut up a lot.
Oh, so they made it from a horror movie to like a thriller.
Yeah, that's being a bit generous.
So
It
okay,
so the reason the movie doesn't work though is because it was supposed to be released right after Logan
yeah.
because the characters in it,
Are from Logan?
no, they're not from Logan, but they experienced the same things that the X-23 did.
Oh, okay.
They're kids from a different facility and everything, and it was
So
like clear like
it's like the same universe.
yeah, it's the same universe, same timeline, and it was supposed to be released right after because it used footage from Logan, like all the hospital footage and all that.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah, it was. Except for the fact that it didn't mean anything because it's like 3 years later.
Got it.
And it's
Well,
like, okay, cool. This isn't going anywhere. That
unfortunate.
universe is dead.
Well, I mean, we're probably going to get more movies of X-23, right?
Probably not, but I mean, I want to.
Oh, you really don't think they're going to make another movie of Laura?
No, dude, they're cutting all ties with the originals and they're going a new cast, a new universe. It's going to be the snap that brought the X-Men into the world because that's just what everyone wants to fucking happen because that's not how that works. Oh, dude,
So they want the X-Men universe to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? The
it's
same one with
rebooted.
Avengers?
Yep, but it's rebooted now.
Okay. By the way, what's with that the all-female Avengers rumor that's been going around? I've been hearing about it, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke earlier. What?
No, I'm
I
pretty
have
sure.
no
I'm
idea
pretty
what
sure
you're
there's
talking
been.
about.
Is there rumors about that? I don't know.
Well, I'm sure. Everyone's got the whole fucking Ghostbusters fear that it's gonna happen again.
Well, I mean, yeah,
God,
that they're gonna
that was a
focus too much on it being female instead of it being a good movie.
see, that's okay. This is a reason why I think Wonder Woman was a far better movie than Captain Marvel. It's because Wonder Woman was trying to be a good superhero movie, where Captain Marvel was like, "Well, I'm a girl, so I'm better."
I did watch. I did watch Wonder Woman when I was on an airplane,
And
and
what'd you
it
think
was
of it?
pretty good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, what?
I liked it
Dude,
up until the last part. I thought the last part was a little bit stupid, but other than that, it was pretty
yeah,
good.
me and my brother have talked about it a lot on the podcast and everything, and it's always the agreement that the movie was great. The end part could have been done in a much better way.
A lot, you say that, but all the DC movies are like that. All the DC movies have a weird like last part that's just like a huge CG boss fight or something.
But then so does Marvel.
Yeah, but at least on Marvel's
Black
end, it's a bit
Panther,
easier to watch. It makes a bit more sense to me.
Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, I
They're,
mean, it makes sense to me. But like I didn't expect for example, Batman v Superman, right? I didn't expect that. I didn't expect what was it? Dead.
Doomsday.
What was the last guy? I'm blanking out on his name. Oh yeah, Doomsday. Yeah,
See, that's the
sorry.
thing. It wasn't supposed to be Doomsday. The entire time, this is what I'm talking about. Zack Snyder writes a movie and they're like, "Ooh, maybe not. Let's do this instead." It's like, but the whole point
Yes,
in the
but
story.
okay, James. Yes, I know Zack Snyder didn't want it, but it turned out that
No,
way.
I
Okay,
know,
and
but
that's
what I'm
what
saying is
Batman v
like
Superman is.
that changes the story, and that's why it's like, this doesn't feel right.
So Batman v Superman has a huge CG fight with Doomsday at the end. Wonder Woman has a huge CGI fight of what was it? Some kind of god at the end, and then
Uh,
War, God of War.
Hades.
No, it's not Hades. It's
No, it starts with an A.
Ares.
Ares.
It's Ares. She fights with Ares at the end, and
Yeah.
Superman or the Man of Steel has a huge CG fight with Zod at the end.
Yeah, but
That
that
one at
wouldn't
least
make
made
sense.
sense, but
That
it
would
still
make
was a bit
sense.
weird. That one does make sense. The other ones didn't really make too much sense to me as to why they were in the movie, but yeah.
I think Wonder Woman would have been better if it was like a classic, like a Colosseum type of gladiator fight between the two.
I was just wondering why the villain was that instead of like maybe something else a bit more realistic. Because out of everything we saw in the universe, as long there's superheroes and stuff. I was like, all of a sudden, Ares,
Well, yeah, that's
he's
how it is
here.
in comics too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they just set that up
I
weird
mean,
because I didn't
they're
read
like,
the comics or anything, so I didn't know.
"Oh, no," but, like, they're like, "Yeah, Wonder Woman, your Zeus gave you life, you were made from clay." That was at the beginning of the movie, and the whole movie, they're like, "The gods are real, yeah."
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's just because they like never showed any of it, like any examples or anything. It was just like it felt like a normal,
They
like
had the
down to
of it.
earth movie.
They had the scene of him explaining everything. I mean, the mom explaining the, like, stories of Ares falling to Earth and everything.
Oh, I think I might have blanked out for that part. Maybe it was a little bit too boring for me.
They did it in a way that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 immediately copied, with the whole fucking still image telling a whole life story type thing.
Hmm. I don't know. I didn't watch Guardians of the Galaxy, so
What? Those are actually pretty good.
yeah, didn't watch one or two.
What?
Yeah, so that's why I didn't feel anything when Groot dies.
I mean, Groot already died before, so we were all like, "Eh, he's coming back, he'll be fine."
Yeah, I mean, they're all coming back pretty much. So
I think
most of them are
that
coming back.
oh, my biggest problem is that, Marvel, like, announced Spider-Man and all the other superheroes getting their own solo movies. Like,
Yeah,
everyone that got blinked out of existence literally had a sequel coming up. It was like, Marvel
except Widow.
announced that. Why did everyone think that wasn't gonna happen? Like, they weren't gonna come back.
I don't know. I mean, even if they didn't announce it, like you knew they were gonna come back.
They weren't gonna literally kill all those characters, no.
Too much money to be made.
Yeah, it's Marvel, they're not idiots, they're gonna just fucking they're making
They're not
movies to
idiots. They're a
make money.
business. They're a company. They gotta have assets. You can't blink out all those assets.
Shit, pull up all
um.
the Netflix characters.
Hmm. So
So,
entire episode dedicated to Marvel, huh?
this is a very Marvel-centric episode, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just had that just had that little phase yesterday when I was watching those clips. You know what's funny though? When I saw Kevin Bacon and I saw Ryan Reynolds in in those X-Men movies, I was like I seem to remember Ryan Reynolds and Kevin Bacon in the same movie at some point, and I was like, wait a minute. There's a movie called R.I.P.D.
Yeah.
featuring featuring Ryan Reynolds or starring Ryan Reynolds and featuring Kevin Bacon.
That's pretty funny.
So
The
I was
idea
like,
that that's
huh,
Deadpool and Shaw.
yeah. Dude, there's so many movies with Ryan Reynolds in it with other Marvel cast in it too. Like, so for R.A.P.D., Kevin Bacon was the villain, I think. And dude, the CGI in the movie was so much worse than I remember it to be.
It was pretty bad. It's
Yeah,
it's kinda hard to go back to.
it's a funny movie, and I like the concept of it.
Yeah, the movie overall, great.
Yeah,
The movie
the
itself
movie's really funny. Not gonna lie.
the
But
movie
man,
itself,
the CGI is
quality,
bad. I don't know how, but it's just the CGI with the monsters. Every other CGI is okay, but just the CGI with the monsters, man.
do you think they tried practically and then they were like, "Oh god."
Yeah, I think if they tried practically, it would have been too horrific. And they didn't want. I don't think they wanted to make a horror movie. I think they wanted to make a comedy, so they made it like bad looking CGI. Which,
Oh god, New
okay,
Mutants. It's
I
New
got it.
Mutant syndrome.
Yeah, let's not go with the New Mutants, huh? So
Why
yeah, and then
why
I was
why
like, I was thinking about other
you make
movies that Ryan Reynolds was
quirky?
in. Hey, have you seen the movie Hitman's Bodyguard?
Yes, Jesus.
A movie starring Nicolas Cage and no, it
Dude,
stars
imagine
Nick
this
Fury
kid
and
was
Deadpool.
that movie.
Nick Fury and Deadpool.
Ugh. Uh, I remember I tried to defend that movie and, like, it being good for some reason, and I don't know
Really?
why I did.
You
I was
think you don't
so
like it?
adamant. No, I wasn't the biggest fan, like, I was so excited with all the trailers, and I was like, "It's gonna be great, it's gonna be great." And I saw it, I'm like, "This is horrible," but for
There,
some reason, I have to tell people this is so great.
I don't know. I
I don't
watched it
know.
on a plane, I think, and I didn't know it existed. I totally forgot about it. When I
Genie
watched it, What?
From these podcasts, what I can tell is that the only time you watch movies is when you're on a cruise ship and on a plane.
I'll talk about cruise ships and planes just a little bit later because I have
Planes,
some stuff to
trains,
say about
cruise
it. But
ships.
yeah, but right now, I watched Hitman's Bodyguard, and I don't know, I liked it. That's really all I have to say about it. And by I
Oh,
liked it, I
yeah.
mean I liked some scenes in it, like the one scene where I think Ryan Reynolds is talking to like this hot dog stand guy, and he's
Oh,
like
the
complaining about
bartender.
yeah he's complaining about Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson,
It,
and he's like, damn dude, this guy he's on my nerves all the time. And if
it
I
has
could save him, but then he just come and be like, I guess my thing is better than your thing, motherfucker. I guess bullets are just allergic to me, motherfucker. It's really
it
funny.
has some pretty good moments, yeah. I like the, when they tried to make it look like it was a one shot with the, fight with Ryan Reynolds and the goon in the hardware store.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
The fight
scene.
scenes are not very good, in my opinion.
No, the fights, no, but, like, the comedic
Yeah,
the
the
comedic
comedy's okay.
fights?
But the fight scenes, it's just they have a bad case of the shaky cam. You know what I'm saying? Like where everything is just shaking too much and you can't
Gotta
really
get
tell.
real gotta get real Matt Damon, Jason Bourne
It's like
versus,
they had like a good cinematographer, like be like set up the shots, but then like the dude who was filming the shots was just like out, just like fucking Parkinson's, like and he's like seizing out the entire time.
the problem is that he kept having a stroke on set, and they didn't wanna ask him to get off because they're like, "Can we tell a stroke victim to leave
Yeah, they
set?"
were a bit too sensitive about it. They were like, man, the guy really needs his job. He's got like a wife and kids. He didn't always have that issue, but I don't know. I can't. You want to tell him? You want to fire him? You have to tell him. And then Jim's like, no, I don't want to tell him. Like you tell him. It's like, I don't know. Do we have anyone in the HR department who's like soulless?
Then the Steve.
Steve.
Oh, have you watched that movie, I think Maniac or something? It has, Steven Yeun from Walking Dead,
No,
Glenn.
no. I haven't watched
You've
anything
never
with Stephen Young in it.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I
The
think
only
it's
thing I watched
Maniac.
was his little skit where he's like, "You ever walk down the street and like with your bro and you accidentally like touch hands or something and you're like that was weird, but like it's not like I'm gay, right? You are, you
I
are gay."
JD, I've never had more of a desire to animate anything with the characters from the D&D podcast than I have when I hear that and just put the blind guy over it, like,
Yeah.
just
You
you
ever
ever
walk
walk
down the
down the
street, trip over
street.
something, and you're like, "Oh, that was weird," but I'm not
I'm not
blind. Yes, you are. You are
No, I was
blind.
talking about the gay thing because he
Oh,
is gay. I remember Gabe finding out the character was gay, and he was very surprised, but I'm like, "I don't think I've done anything very surprising about it."
yeah. The funny thing is, the character, you couldn't tell if he was gay unless he just flats out said he was gay.
I think he did. I think someone I can't remember how it came up in the
I mean,
conversation,
to me,
but
that's how you implement a gay character right there. Like, you could just have a really good character, and then just like at one point in the movie, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay," and he's like, "Oh, all right." Like, it
that
doesn't
actually
change anything, but okay.
happened.
What?
I've been listening so that Wolf 359 podcast that I was talking about last week,
Yeah.
oh my god, I've just been re-listening to some of my favorite episodes from it. So good.
Mm-hmm.
But, they have this character on it who is, like, in the middle of a conversation, they were, like, making a joke like, "Well, how are we gonna get out of here? You want me to try and flirt with those 2 guys outside that are holding us hostage?" And he's like, "Well, you know, I am into the guy folk, but not really my type." And the character's like, "You're fucking white." He's like, "Yeah, I'm gay. Did you not know?" Oh, and it's like, it changed nothing about the character,
Yeah.
but it was just
Yeah. It's
like,
just like it's just
"Yeah,
like an
I'm
extra
gay."
quirk that all of a sudden comes out of nowhere,
It
but
was there the
changes
whole
nothing.
time. I mean, it was very clear the whole time, but it was like it just really did feel out of nowhere when
Yeah.
he
Pull the
just
J.K.
said that.
Rowling, dude. You pulled a J.K. Rowling on us on the D&D podcast. We're just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, he's gay." Like Gandalf, he's gay, dude.
Oh, wait, I remember how he said he was gay.
What?
It was the conversation that you guys had when I had to leave, and you were having a conversation behind my back. You were like, "We're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill him." And in the middle of the conversation, Abel said the name Adrian, which happened to be
Yeah.
the name of his boyfriend.
Yeah. By the
He's
way, did
like,
you set up the character to be gay, or is that just a full improv on the spot?
that was intentional from the start, but I wasn't planning to have it just be ousted right there.
Oh my! Because to me, it was so poorly like executed.
No, yeah,
It just seemed like he
yeah,
was gay all of a sudden.
no, yeah, I was gonna have it be revealed during the whole, like, when we entered the field. It was gonna be that he just avoided everything and went to the spot where his, lover had died and everything, and he was just gonna stay there till, like, the image of them had come and everything. That was gonna be the reveal that he was gay, but then, like, Abel's like, "Adrian," I'm like, "Oh, shit, I gotta go with it, so I
Fuck
don't die." I was like,
it.
"How do I get out of this situation?" Well, I gotta play to this.
Damn, I should have like doubled down on like the gay theme, be like, oh man, now we can't kill him. He's gay.
Now
That
you
be
guys
if
are
I
like
kill him, if I kill a gay dude, I mean, it'll be people will see it as I hate gay people.
I
I can't
remember
have that.
Josh was, like, bullying as, fucking whatever the name of his character was, as
Uh,
them, they were bullying,
Goodwill,
fucking uh,
Goodwill, Doctor Goodwill.
no, that was Gabe. Josh was,
Oh,
the
Tanya,
girl,
Tanya
Tanya. Tanya was just bullying a fucking renegade the entire time.
for being gay.
No, and she was like, "You're just such a dumb leader, such an idiot, such a fucking idiot." And he's like,
Oh yeah,
"Yeah, yep, I am." And then he left, and then they were like, "Cool, you just bullied a blind guy." And he was like, "He was blind? I would have been nicer."
yeah, yeah. He bullied the blind guy. Not to mention he's also gay.
That's double negative for you, pal. You're going to jail.
Oh man, that would have been really funny. But yeah. Oh yeah,
So
I was gonna talk about something, but did you have something else that you wanted to mention?
I was just gonna real quickly say I've kind of brought you over to my side of doing a bunch of deep fakes.
Oh yeah, no, I just was messing around with the app a little bit because you were like you kept sending me deepfakes, and I was like, shit. Well, I gotta send some back to like
They're fun to do, though.
they're pretty fun to watch and see, but the ones that I did, I don't know, they just don't fit really well. Like yours kind of fits, like especially your Post Malone one was like pretty much spot on.
I don't like how much me and the Post Malone one have just the same face.
Yeah, but me since I'm like Asian and everything, it doesn't fit on like a lot of them.
The John Wick one looked really good.
John Wick Asian one. Well, it's because Keanu Reeves he looks a little bit like an Asian. He's like an Asian-ish facial structure, which I guess works, but everything
You know,
else,
the
I don't know.
Kung Fury one for it, I learned it was a white guy, by the way,
Yeah, it
but
is a white
for
guy.
it looks natural. Like, it's weird to rewatch it because it's like I forget that that's not how he actually looks.
Yeah, it's because I don't know. I guess it's because it's his hairstyle and his outfit would be something that like
I
an
was gonna
Asian dude
say
would wear in that movie.
the deepfake just does such a good job though that it
Yeah.
looks normal.
To me though, all every time it replaces something, it makes them all look too baby faced. Because I kind of have a baby face. I'm not gonna lie.
He looks super baby faced.
It's just I don't know. I don't know why. It's just an Asian thing to just look baby faced. I look baby faced up until I look like I'm really old. That's just how it works.
That's me.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that.
Dude, I literally shave and I lose like 20 years of age. I
Dude,
revert from a
I
4-year-old
literally
back to a
can't grow
12.
any facial hair, but when I do, I grow a little bit, and then when I shave, I look pretty much the exact same.
Just start growing it out, dude. Just see how far you
I
can get.
have um
That's what I'm doing with like my beard. I haven't like shaved anything but the neck because I don't want to be gross.
I've gone like maybe I think there was one time when I went like 3 months without shaving, and I'm not gonna lie, it just gets to a point where like so it starts growing and you can see the growth for about a month, and then after a month it just stays the same. Like so I went 1 month, it grew to a certain length, and like so there's like it's weird. It's like that Asian facial hair where it's like it's like more focused on the corners of my lips,
Yeah.
rather than like everywhere on my face. So I grew that kind of out, and then like at the end of month 2, it looked the exact same, and I was like, maybe I'll wait a little bit longer. So at the end of month 3, it was the exact same, and I just steeled myself. I just had to I had to go to my psychiatrist and be like, yo, listen. So
Never
I have
mind.
something to confess. I can't grow facial hair, and they're like, my God, we're gonna have to
Rip
charge you
off a
extra.
fake mustache and beard.
Yeah. So now I'm probably just gonna go with a clean shaven look for the rest of my life. I just don't think I can grow facial hair.
See, I want to just shave, but then it's also like I put so many months into growing what I
Yeah.
have that I don't wanna wait that long.
Yeah. I
I
kind
don't
of feel like
grow
that way about hair, but my hair also is really fast growing because it's Asian hair. Asian hair usually is just fast growing, so I don't really care that much either.
I can't grow my hair fast, which is the thing. It's like I can have a good haircut for a long time, but
Yeah.
then it just turns gross long hair like what I have right
Oh.
now.
Yeah, I think it takes me like 4 or 5 months of not getting a haircut to get to the length that I sent you, like that picture I sent you from like Buzzcut. Like me at two all over Buzzcut, give me like 4 months, 4 or 5 months, and then I get to that length of like my VTuber model pretty much.
I love the VTuber model thing, by the way. I've been wanting to play around with it more,
Yeah,
but I'm
maybe you
just
could
not
use
sure.
it on one of your streams to be like fuck around with it. Maybe
Yeah, maybe
maybe I have a lazy eye.
d be honest with me. Do I have a lazy eye? Because I never knew,
No,
like, never
you
thought about
don't.
it until you said something.
You
I'm
don't
like,
have a
"Oh,
lazy eye. I'm messing with you, James.
this whole time I've been like, I have a lazy eye?"
I
Just
I
losing
thought
my
you were the one who thought you had it, and you were telling me that you had one.
No, you like, said that, I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm learning something."
No, I mean, maybe in some I'm pretty sure it's just because the deepfake picture was just all weirdly mapped on. But
No, Steve Buscemi just has fucked up eyes.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, you don't have a lazy eye. And if you do, it's the very slight lazy eye, so slight that you can't notice it. So yeah,
Like, one of my eyelids doesn't close all the way,
but that's
or,
not
like
lazy eye.
sorry, yeah, that's not what I even said that wrong, but, like, I meant it's a bit more closed even when I have them both open, so I look a little stupid most of the time, but it's
I don't know. I mean, it looks okay to me. Not everyone's
it's
face is perfectly symmetrical like mine. I mean,
very short jaw. Oh my god. Wait, can you put your face on Kylo Ren?
Kylo
You
Ren,
have Adam
Adam
Driver's
Driver.
just
I mean,
sharp
I could try
face.
after the podcast. Yeah,
Yeah, just try and send it to us. I just wanna see what you look like with just the just super angular face,
angular face.
bulbous nose.
So I'm baby faced. I have a sharp jaw, and I'm ripped as hell. It's the weirdest combination. You know what it reminds me of? You ever watch
Oh,
have you heard of the anime How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift?
I've okay, I've heard of it, I'm being genuine. I've heard of it, I just don't know it, no.
Okay, so it's basically about like this girl, or like these group of girls, like high school girls that I guess they're kind of like getting out of shape. So they're like, we need to go to a gym. So they go to a gym, and the trainer there, one of the trainers there, is like basically Kirito from Sword Art Online, like the same look, but like
They're
what,
the same.
and in the same body shape too. He looks like he's really just average, kind of skinny, but like when he takes off his clothes, he's like jacked, right? He's like Arnold
Oh, so it's
Schwarzenegger
like
jacked.
you.
Yeah, he's like huge.
Dude, that was the most alarming thing for me is when Robert told me that you have muscles, and I was like, "Bullshit,"
Yeah, so
then I had
so
weight
so what
training
happens
with
in the
you, and
anime
I was
is that
like, "Sure."
he like flexes and his like clothes fly off his body, right? But he's like got the same head and face. So he's like Kirito face, but like on a huge body. And I'm like, and I remember seeing that. I'm like, I guess I wonder if that's how people saw me. If I had like the weakest looking face, but like I was just jacked. That was really funny. Okay, well, I guess I'll talk about one more thing before I wrap it up,
Real quick,
which is
I
the
gotta say,
oh yeah,
2 of the deepfakes that I did are ones
yeah.
that I really like because of how well my face went on it. It's the Nero one from Devil May Cry where he's revving the sword. I don't know why, but the way that my face goes on it, I just like this looks nice.
Oh yeah.
But
And John
there's
Cena?
the no, I refuse to acknowledge the John Cena one. It's the one of the guy with the beard smiling from Django.
Oh. Yeah.
The very first under maniacal laugh. Yet I don't know why, but I hate that that one looks like my actual face shape and everything, and it looks like me, and it's like making me think that it is me.
Yeah, it
Because
just fits pretty well.
that's how long my hair has gone now and everything, and I comb it just like that.
It's the same shape.
I just don't have that
Nice.
nice of a beard.
Yeah. One could only
Okay, so
wish, huh?
God, I wish I had a nice beard.
Maybe with
Everyone
age I'll be able to grow facial hair. I'm not
everyone in my
sure.
family can grow a beard, and then there's me who's got the weird, gross one.
I mean, we still got a couple of years until we're fully developed, right? I'm
I'm
trying to be
turning
positive
20.
here, but I'm pretty sure we're done.
I'm literally leaving the teens this year. I'm turning 20. I'm becoming an even older man.
I'm pretty sure that what was it? You're like the only they say you grow until 21, right? Like dudes.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think the later ones are only for brain development and that's it.
Oh God.
I don't think you actually physically change between.
Wait, you're telling me that I can still get smarter?
I'd say from about 17 to 18 to 21 you don't physically change. And no, I'm not saying you get smarter. I'm saying maybe you get a little bit more adult thinking and you stop thinking that poop jokes are funny. I think that's when it is. I mean, it already hit me, dude. It's already starting to wear off on me.
I
Except not really. I
genuinely
still find it funny.
I genuinely have a dislike for fart jokes.
I
But
love fart jokes.
that's
They're so funny to me.
time. What did you want to say? I'm sorry I cut you off.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just want to say that fart jokes are funny. Like
That's
every
what you
time I
wanted to
see like
say.
every time I see a Twitch clip or something of a dude, he's like trying to be super serious and they have like the notification sound be a fart, cracks me up every time.
Hold on.
Oh, you're dead. Where's the dead? James has to go and collect his hemorrhoid medicine from the Amazon guy. Yeah, he has to hurry, otherwise the Amazon guy will kind of ruin it with his like throwing onto the porch kind of thing. It's crazy when I think about it. When I see people who deliver like Amazon packages or any kind of package, they just toss the package onto the porch. That's messed up, man. Couldn't be me. Couldn't imagine it. This is why we need to go for automation, because humans suck. They suck at their jobs.
I'm robot.
What's up? Welcome back.
Hey, sorry, they were asking me about wine.
Oh, okay. Ew, that is disgusting drugs.
Detestable.
Detestable drugs. Imagine being a drug addict. Anyway, are you?
I just hear them yelling my name while laughing. Hey guys.
Are you recording a podcast?
Yeah, I'm recording a podcast.
Yeah, we're recording a podcast.
Well, you're already in.
Hi, Kiki.
Hello.
Hey,
Tell him I said hey. Tell him I said, hey, what's going on
Hi.
up in Smallville?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
They're shaking an invisible hand, assuming it's yours.
Yeah. It's mine. Yeah.
That is exactly how it sounds.
Tell him careful though. Tell him, what do they think about 7'10", 300-pound, 7% body fat people?
I'm not gonna ask them that because they already left.
Okay. Cool.
There's a dog in my room now for some reason.
Dog, huh?
Yeah. Wait, did they put the box of wine in my room? Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, obviously you're an alcoholic, James. Where else would they put it?
My sister bought IPAs and brought them to the house yesterday, and I had a little bit.
Huh?
IPAs are horrible.
Tell me about it.
It smelled so good. It was like pineapple. It smelled great.
Yeah.
It tastes like a certain type of medicine from like when I was a kid.
Gross.
I hate it.
It's the worst.
They suck. Anyways.
Right. The topic that I want to talk about. I did say earlier I was going to talk about planes and boats and cruises.
Was that the topic?
Yes, that was the topic. And we're going to end off on that. So, you know how like people generally enjoy vacations, like traveling? I'm not one of those people. Mostly because I don't know if I've ever told you, but I get motion sick pretty bad.
You do?
Yes, but not just any motion sick. So specifically, airplane sickness. And I haven't been on a cruise in a while, or this was like a while back, but I get air sick really bad. So I get when I hop onto a plane and I get off, I'm sick for like a couple days after because of the plane. And it's actually so bad that even though I'm like in an airport, I can feel it coming on because the smell of an airport makes my body go into like shock and be like, oh my God, don't do this. I mean, what can I say, man? Humans aren't meant to fly. If they would, we'd grow wings. That's a quote from X-Men Origins.
That's a very sound logic.
It's a quote from Logan from X-Men Origins. So, so yeah, there's that. So I dislike traveling solely because of that reason. Because it just ruins the entire trip, especially if it's a short one. And I remember when I was a child, up until like throughout all of elementary school, middle school, and high school, every year I would fly over to China to meet my relatives, right, and have some vacation time with them. And I remember every time it just made me so sick because I think it was like every time you go there, it's like 16 hours of flight to get there. So yeah, for like 16 hours, I was horribly sick, and then for the few days after that, I was also sick. And then last year, I found out that I'm also seasick. I also get seasick because instead of flying over to China last year, we just went on a cruise. So my family was like, "Yo, let's just go over to like San Francisco, hop on a cruise over to like Mexico or something." And I'm like, "Okay." So I hop on there. I'm like, wait a minute though. I get air sick. Does that mean I get seasick too? And they're like, no, of course you don't. So I hop on the boat, right? And it takes off, and like it takes a good amount of time to set in. Like I'd say 6 hours, maybe 6-7 hours before I'm like, whoa, I'm not feeling too good. I'm like,
not too hot.
Yeah, and like so cruise ships have these systems designed in to kind of reduce the sway of the boat as much as possible, right?
Right.
But that the motion that it creates from it trying to reduce the swaying just makes me even more sick, because what it does, instead of like a lot of like small uneven like sways, it's like a really long like wide wave or sway. So it's like, whoa, and I'm like the entire time I'm just sick, right? And
Right.
like I thought I was gonna get sick, and I told my grandma. My grandma brought like seasick pills or something, motion sick pills. And let me tell you, they don't work. They work for like maybe 2 hours, but then like it wears off like real fast, so I get sick again. So the entire cruise, which lasted about like 2 weeks, I think 2-3 weeks, I was just sick the entire time, like horribly seasick. And yeah, and then now my parents also want me to go on another cruise this year. And you know, I tell them, I'm like, hey, yeah, I was seasick the entire time last year. It was literally hell. I was in hell for like 3 weeks. And they're like, no, you're just joking. You're fucking with me because you don't want to leave the house. And I'm like, yes, it's true. I don't want to leave the house, but I also don't want to go on a cruise because I get seasick. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, the cruise itself was probably really good, but I just had a terrible time with it. Horrible time, because it was weird. Because my parents like, you don't get seasick because when you were a kid, we went on a cruise, and I was like, I don't remember that. Number one, I was like 3 years old, and now times have changed, and now I'm a bit I get sick. They had like these 5-star Michelin restaurant meals, like every other day on the cruise, and like the food was supposedly really amazing, but I couldn't taste it because all I could focus on was just how sick I was. So yeah, I think I lost like a good 20 pounds that was 3 weeks. Pretty unhealthy. Anyway, that's my rant about planes and cruises. I hate them.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, frankly, the method of travel to get to places to have fun is ruined for me. So it just ruins the entire thing. So yeah, there's that. Strangely enough, I don't get car sick. So yeah. Actually, I do get car sick a little bit. There's very, very slight car sickness, but only when my mother's driving. So yeah, she's not a very good driver.
I assume so by
Yeah, she's got that stereotypical Asian mom driving skills. Okay, well, that's the end of the episode. If you liked it,
Whoa.
press that like button, press that subscribe button. The episodes come out every Sunday. We're here every Sunday, and I know I said we were going to do a chest episode, but maybe that won't happen. So, yeah. Next Sunday, tune in. Got anything else to say, James, before we wrap it up?
I'm listening to a new podcast.
Yeah.
I think this is my third one now.
Yeah.
But it's a long one and it's still ongoing, so that's promising.
Awesome.
It's called
I guess if you want to find out what it is, you gotta tune in next week. Bye. Make it